Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Windows 8.1 is close to its death. In a month or so, the last update of Windows 8.1 will be released. Almost no one cares about the death of Windows 8.1, but let's take a look at this operating system and find out why it was hated by everyone. I am installing a 32-bit edition of Windows 8.1 right now, and we will install it, discuss the OS in the meantime. Here you can see the installer wizard is pretty similar to any other edition of Windows since Windows Vista. Speaking of Vista, that operating system was also one of the most hated editions of Windows, as you all can remember. Windows 8.1 is basically an upgrade of Windows 8, and it was released for free to the Windows 8 users. Back in August 2012, when Windows 8 was released, everyone was angry at that operating system because that introduced the new start screen that no one liked. We all know how Microsoft likes to change and break the working things, and Windows 8 is just another example of that. The start button was completely gone, and users were forced to face the start screen right after booting their desktop computers. And we all know that the start screen is not meant for the desktop users at all. At that time, Microsoft was trying to push touch-friendly devices, which is why they released Windows RT alongside the retail copies of Windows 8 in October 2012. This start menu with big buttons is better for touchscreen users. After the backlash from the users, Windows 8.1 was released for the Windows 8 users, and it was much better than the infamous Windows 8. This OS brings proper UEFI support for the first time and NVMe support as well. Windows 7 did support UEFI, but for 64-bit editions only, and let's admit it, no one back then used UEFI. From Windows 8.x family, TPM support was also introduced, and Microsoft asked the manufacturers to put a TPM chip in these machines since then. Windows 11 just made it mandatory almost after a decade. Here Microsoft allows to select a color for the Metro apps. Metro apps were released for Windows 8, which was renamed and upgraded to Universal Windows apps since Windows 10. Let me turn these things off and pretend like we have the control of our privacy here. The privacy and data collection features of Windows 8.1 is very similar to Windows 10, by the way. You think Windows 11 brought that online account thing? Nope. Windows 8.1 had it since 2013 or 2012 probably. Let's wait for a minute for the operating system to start. Okay, here we go. Here is the infamous start menu of Windows 8.x family that caused the OS to be unlikable among the Stockholm users. Also, we have to admit that a huge portion of the tech users are, should I say, noob, and they do not like change. However, that's not the topic today, and this start menu change was actually bad and not the fault of the users who just wanted to use a good user-friendly OS. The control panel is almost the same as Windows 7 except for the icons obviously. The Windows Update section of Windows 8.1 is pretty similar to Windows 7, which is good. I think we all can agree that the updater of Windows 10 sucks. The Task Manager is pretty similar to Windows 10, however, the memory compression feature is not available. The RAM usage, as you can see, is way less than Windows 10, although that is not necessarily a good thing. The thing that is good is that this virtual machine is installed on a 5400 RPM hard disk and it's performing well. Personally, I have installed Windows 8.1 on the computer my parents use. That computer has a Core 2 Duo CPU with 500 GB of hard drive, and Windows 8.1 never lags. Moreover, Windows 8.1 has fast boot feature like Windows 10, so it boots up faster than Windows 7. Unfortunately, this operating system will not receive update anymore unless you are using the Embedded Industry Pro or Enterprise Edition. In that case, you will get security updates for additional 6 months. However, I don't think there is a way to get that edition legally for personal use. Unlike Windows 7, Windows 8.1 is not going to receive any extended security updates, except the Server Edition. According to Google, the last version of Chrome to support Windows 8.1 will be 109. Security updates for the OS aside, it is really good to stay at the updated versions of the browser. However, if you are not a fan of Google or its products, I admire you, and Mozilla is considering to provide extended support for Firefox users. Let's make Windows 8.1 usable by installing OpenShell and getting rid of the Start menu everyone hates. Here we go. After installing OpenShell, it feels almost like Windows 7 with some pretty good features. Windows 8 and Windows 8.1 had this new notification system. It was pretty similar to Windows 10, and you can hide or silence these notifications for a few hours just by going here. Also, Windows 8.1 had this set of Metro apps. For example, look at the Photos app. It replaces Windows Photo Viewer, although that app still remains in Windows 11. However, these Photos app were developed in Windows 10 and 11 later. While you cannot use the Metro apps in desktop, you can use them side by side by keeping the desktop at one side and the Metro apps in another side, and you can resize them. This sidebar was pretty neat in my opinion. Here you get some options to tweak just like Windows 10, and if we go to the Start screen, this sidebar allows to customize the Start screen to fulfill your needs. Just like here, you can change the background wallpaper and the colors. From Windows 8.x, Microsoft introduced us to advertisements, but you can clear them right here, although it will come again whenever it wants. The computer icon was renamed to This PC, although the icon was the same as Windows 7. In conclusion, I think it's safe to say that Windows 8.1 was a good operating system, and it was mostly misunderstood only because of its Start screen. Also, when the user base of Windows 8.1 had the chance to grow, Windows 10 was released as a free upgrade to Windows 7 and 8 users, so no one really cared about this OS at all. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. You may consider subscribing although there are no other good enough videos in this channel while I am posting this, but I hope better videos will come. Subscribe, leave a like, and start a discussion about Windows 8.1 in the comment section. I would love to see those. You didn't actually like this rant, did you?